coming for our launching of the Lincoln Avenue History and Culture Center.
All right. Yes. Yes.
It's an outgrowth of work that Linda initiated 11 years ago in establishing Grow Lincoln Park Community Garden. And then as a result of that, we're now spinning off the History and Culture Center.
Amen.
And this is our inaugural exhibit. And I'd like Linda to say a few words as the executive director and force majeure behind all that we do. Linda Tarrant Reed.
Thank you. Well, I'm so glad that everybody has come. This has been a labor of love. We created the Lincoln Park Conservancy History and Culture Center. We are now a 501c3.
Yes. All right.
And now we can get grants, we can build our center. We have a space. The city has been wonderful to us. So we are part of the community benefit program. So we are going to have an 1,100 square foot gallery.
Awesome.
At 387 Huguenot Street. It is being built as we speak. In that center, we're going to have a media center for our kids. We're going to teach them how to podcast. We're going to have a digital archive. So all of this stuff, all of the pictures that I've collected and that we will be collecting of all of your families will go into this one archive. This is just the first draft of the Lincoln Avenue Corridor history. There's so much more.
Yes.
There's so much more. We'd like to say a few words about us.
So this is a bigger crowd, I think. Yeah, and that's a great thing and an exciting thing, and it's a pleasure to welcome everyone to the rotunda of New Rochelle City Hall. I don't know that this exhibit is what most people would traditionally think of as art, but if the purpose of art is to move the soul, then it more than meets the test. I had the opportunity earlier this afternoon during business hours to just quietly sort of walk over here by myself and spend time with each of these images, and I was actually almost a little surprised at how much feeling in some of them to see the story of New Rochelle connected to the larger story of America.
Yes.
To see places that are once familiar and unfamiliar because they've changed a little bit, to see the names and the faces, including many people that we love dearly, like Gwen, who's pictured there, and kind of stopped me in my tracks. So I want to thank you so much for making this available to everyone in New Rochelle. And just what you said earlier, for all of us recognizing that this will be a permanent part of New Rochelle, this and much more, so that we hold on to this experience that has been so deeply important to so many lives, and it's important to who we are today. So congratulations to all of you, and thank you for what you've done.
Yeah, my name is Dial Hewitt, and I lived in New Rochelle between 1984, I believe it was, 1985, and 1994. I'm very familiar with New Rochelle. I raised our children in New Rochelle. My oldest son graduated from New Rochelle High School, and I'm back in New Rochelle now after being away for many years.
And are you familiar with this history you're seeing today?
Some of it, but this is all, a lot of this is very new and it's very exciting.
What was the most surprising part of the history for you?
Most surprising, I think the amount of businesses that people were operating, and the fact that so early on you had entrepreneurs here in New Rochelle, and I think also the part about the role that New Rochelle played in the civil rights movement, which was very, very instructive. I knew a little bit about that, but this tells us so much more.
I'm Yvonne Smith Kilgore, New Rochelle native, 52 years strong, born and raised in New Rochelle. Grew up in the Hartley House. Shout out to the Hartley House, Lincoln Avenue corridor. Hartley House, now the Heritage Homes. It'll always be Hartley House to me. These are Janet, Judy, and Jackie, the original New Rochelle triplets, the only New Rochelle triplets that I know of. And they were flag girls and drill girls back in the days. I'm so proud. I'm so happy. And my Aunt Naomi Spady Thomas's picture is over there. She's in the class of 62 here at Lincoln High School. And I'm just so happy and so proud.
Hi, my name is Michael Yellen, longtime New Rochelle resident. I moved here in 1965. I moved into the Glenwood Lake Association neighborhood. My parents purposefully moved us to Glenwood Lake because it was intentionally being integrated with white folks, black folks, brown folks, people from all over the world, living together, which is the best way to overcome racism. I'm familiar with Lincoln Avenue. In that I grew up around it. I went to school with a bunch of folks who lived there. I married into a family that's 4 generations deep in what is now called the Lincoln Avenue corridor. My first real job was with the Youth Bureau, working at Remington Boys Club. I would hate to guess the date. And I'm so happy that Linda Tarrant Reed, Stewart, and their son are on the case, keeping this history alive. I really look forward to updating the history so when we can come to grips with what happened to the Lincoln Avenue corridor because of the racist institutional legacy of our country, and until we own it, we're not going to be right. So I look forward to the sequel where we can document the destruction of the black community along Lincoln Avenue and its rebirth.
All right. Appreciate your time. Thank you, sir.